Yeah. So feet and palm. In the supine position, it's quite difficult to put anything on the feet unless you put the feet this way. But then, how do you get your client to keep the feet this way? That's a bit of an issue. So sometimes you can do it facing down, which we'll do later. So, in terms of hands, you can use the hand stones. Now, you need to keep them quite a while into the hands because they cannot be quite hot. Yeah? So you can do it this way, and the other hand as well. A bit more even. Right. Straighten your hands and then hold this hand here. So you can do that. How was the heat?
Okay.
It's okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Need to check.
Yeah. And then on the other hand, you can start massaging with the hand stone itself. Now, you have to be careful because it's quite nice and good, but there are a lot of bony landmarks around the wrist. You know, if you touch the wrist, you see that it's quite bony. The carpal tunnel, you don't want to press too hard on the carpal tunnel, but in here on the fingers you can do nicely, and you can work nicely on the smaller muscles on the palmar surface. You can turn it. How's the pressure?
Yeah, fine.
So clients with a lot of fingers movement, typing, would be really nice to do that on them. Yeah. Then you can either put it this way or that way. Then move on to the other hand. Can I go deeper?
Yes, fine.
These are the more roundy stones, are they?
Yeah, they have to be because the palm is not very long area, it's very small area, so you need something that can go around easier if you want. Not too deep?
No.
Good. Once you're there, an adjacent area is the forearm. Yeah. And nice area to work with massage therapists, but a lot of office workers as well. Okay.
Bodybuilders.
Yeah, no deeper.
No deeper. Too much or
No,
that's good?
that's just the maximum.
Okay, good. And then you work it in 3 positions. Supinated, middle, which works on the brachioradialis muscle. Doesn't matter the muscles. And then you do it prone. Pronation. Usually around that area, this is where the tenderness is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You can feel that.
Still okay?
Yeah, not.
So quite settled, quite small area. You make it easy for yourself by using the stone. If you want here to use acupressure stone would be good. It's just underneath. It's nice to warm up that area. It feels very warm and nice. So it increases the fluidity, the fluid dynamics, the circulation of that area. So again, 3 positions, supine, and it goes from the wrist, it goes to the lateral side, middle, and prone. And then you cover really the 3 muscle group of the forearm, the flexors, the medial, and the extensors. Yeah, cover it pretty nicely.
No need to turn the stones if it's too hot, or
Actually, it's not too hot, so
okay.
you will need. Be careful from client, or most people, this area is quite small, so be careful from taking stones that are either too big or too hot, because you don't have a lot of play around. In the leg, you can smear the heat quite easily. Here, you don't want to bump into the lateral epicondyle, because you can create tennis elbow without any reason, yeah, just by inflaming this area. Not quite good. Okay, so if anything, an area that has bony landmark, not a lot of connective tissue, smaller muscles, work slower, smaller, and the stone should not be very, very hot and quite hard to manage. Okay, you can put the 2 hands in there. It could be on top of the sacral stone, and then you can go on to work on the feet. Yeah, maybe I'll take a chair.
What about the humerus?
Humerus, I tend not to work much on that. Partially, the reason is that you can work on the, I'll take this one here, you can work on the biceps, but it's not a big muscle. And you feel the bone quite superficial. On the outside, on the lateral, there is no muscle. Deltoid has a bit of a pronounced deltoid tuberosity. So yes, you can work on the deltoid, but I tend to leave it. Yeah, I tend to quite leave that. Yeah. The only one I do sometimes is actually the triceps from here. So you take a stone and you work on the triceps all the way to the scapula in here. Right, feet. Feet we'll do in 2 positions. So first in the prone position. Because you're not putting the feet stone, you can't put it on the feet and not moving, then you have to either use a warmer stone, or you need to find a way to move the stone and flip it. Be careful from ticklishness, because if you start moving this area too quickly, for some people it will be quite ticklish. If it's tickled, then drop the stone into colder water and just work when it's warm. So a lot of quite small and deeper work. How's the pressure?
Yes.
You enjoy it?
Yeah.
So to start with, I just choose whatever area is easier for me. Once it gets cooler, I start work more specific with an acupressure theme around the sole of the foot. Do you prefer the more gliding or the pressure?
I like both.
Both. Okay.
You know the way you taught us with the damp tissue to just clean the feet
Yeah.
before you start. Any need to do that?
It's for us, I think. Good. Area that to concentrate is the plantar fascia here. The anatomy of the foot is that it goes like a ridge and like a bridge, and then on the base of the bridge there is a fascia. The bridge itself made up of all the foot bones. So talus, calcaneus, navicular bone, and up to the metatarsals. So you can work nicely, increase the elasticity, and it starts from the heel all the way to the ball of the foot. Yeah, in this area. If you want, it would be nice to try, and you can really feel it. How? Put your finger there, and then extend the toes. And you feel, wow, it's really getting tighter on this finger. You can even see that. Do you see that? This area here. So it will be nice to work onto that area, even into the bone, but just be careful not to do too much, onto the front of the heel bone. Not the back, but the front of the heel bone. Then, lots of connective tissue on the ball of the foot. So you can extend it and then allow it to go into flexion. Extend, flexion, extend, flexion. Nice rotation of the stone. Yeah. On between, into the toes, onto the flesh of the toes, on the lower surface. Again, nice. Actually, create kind of pressure between the two, all the way, and then again, lots and lots of just acupressure around the the circumference of the sole of the foot, into here. Really nice area to work with. Yeah. If the client would be facing down, do you want to actually go and face down? I'll just show them a few more techniques. Nice technique.
Thank you.
Good. Then you can do pretty much the same technique, but now it's a little bit easier because the sole of the foot is exposed into you. So, yeah, it's a lot easier. You can do also the flip, but again, if you feel the client start tickled, then it's really acupressure. The ticklishness happened because of a light and quick friction and movement. So if you do deeper and slower, and that's not only with the stone, correct to everything. A lot of people become ticklish if you start working too quickly. Just aggravate the nervous system. So work slowly and just pressure one area after the other. Yep, and so on. Give it a try. Yeah, 10 minutes each. Start maybe facing down and then go on to facing up and try both. Yeah, once she is facing